Because I get blessed when I open that up and I have this. When I wake up to that, dude, that inspires me as well to say, "Fuck yeah, David Kawamura!" Like
you also creep on my Instagram more than most.
I do all the time, dude. I do. But I'll take it another level here. We're in a day and age that if you have a platform like that, you need to speak out and you need to share love and you need to share and especially for me, someone who maybe my sexuality has some some type of marginalization or whatever with it, but me being able to have the privilege of not really experiencing marginalization every day, I have a responsibility to really. So I have a nice following on Instagram ish whatever. I put a Beyonce's from The Lion King, one of her cover out there. But in it, Beyonce says, this is an ode to Africa, to the people of Ghana. This pulls from the music of whatever.
Right.
I felt it. All I did was list that there, and I was like, hey, everybody, all my followers, a lot of white Christian Midwest followers, just remember that there's groups of people in this world that experience marginalization that I will never experience before. And it should be said that this song, Beyonce was stated saying, this pays tribute to the people of Africa and Ghana, whatever. That's all I said. And I still got DMs from people saying, what? Yeah, why are you trying to be an activist? And why are you
God.
like all like this and that? And so hey, it got people talking, and but it puts the exactly.
Delete that motherfucker that asks
exactly.
you why. Oh, dude, that's so ridiculous.
There's a responsibility, man.
Definitely. So, do you think with the transparency that people can have or whatever, because obviously, I'm a black male. There's just a lot of other things that I'm worried about, whatever the case is. I cannot understand maybe where you're coming from. I can't understand where maybe you're coming from. But I understand that the plight that, we're going through or whatever, it's still like very, 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 very hard.
Yeah.
So do you think that transparency is a good thing of opening up the conversation, or do you think people are closed-minded to where they don't want to speak on that right now because, as you said, people send you a DM and stuff like that, well, they want to open their mind up to something different. And the same thing for you. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think transparency nowadays is just revealing the fuckheads. I always think there's no room for any sort of bigoted thinking because we all have Facebook. We all have the tool that really tells us what's really going on in the world. If you had a shitty upbringing and had no way of learning what real black history was, after 18, it is now your responsibility to get there and to get learned and to get yourself to the place you need. And that transparency is all over the place when people are active in saying that. And if someone doesn't like that transparency, it pulls them out of the rest of us that we think we're all here, but your ass DM'd him about this fucking thing that is we're all here, we're in 2019, there ain't no time for none of that shit, but you just outed yourself. That's like the main thing this whole Trump administration, this whole transparency with racism has really gotten us, is we see your ass, and let's fucking get your shit out of here, man. That's my thoughts, man.
I would say I like the concept, this transparency thing, but it's almost like saying, I'll be tolerant of gay people. It's not enough to be tolerant. You need to become an ally. I need to be there at the Black Lives Matter march. It's not just enough to say, yeah, let's have a transparent conversation. I feel it and I'm totally there for you. No. If you want somebody to be there for you when your Christianity gets attacked, then you better be there for them when one asset of them gets hacked, because it will be attacked at one point in the day. And this is how we're gonna win that, dude. This is how podcasts like this, but intention. Transparency is nice, and we're in the day of intention, dude. To get this administration and whatnot, it's intention, dude. That's what's up.
Hey.
It's almost Sunday morning over
We
there.
getting deep.
Bro. We're going to
getting deep.
here.
So I play the organ. Whoop on this man.
I think we'll put.
And then what happened? Come on.
I'll put an organ right here.
Let me hear it.
Yeah,
What you got?
No. I gotta do it in post, but I'm gonna put an organ right right there.
Yeah.
Let's be speaking.
We got video
I came
of you
to
on
tell
our
you. I came to tell you that, yeah, but no.
On the third day. Come
Wow.
on.
No, that's
But
like
what can
what
you
both
speak
of
to
y'all
that?
say is very powerful. I ain't opened up my eyes because, like I said, I still have a closed mind. I don't even want to say closed mind, but a one-track mind because I'm a little bit older, and it's like now, like if it's not about a black person or black culture or whatever, I may not feel as inclined to be like, okay, let me go ahead and do, unless we have some type of communication. Oh, there's a discrepancy or a discrimination here where I'm at or whatever. And I'm saying like in the Winston-Salem area.
Oh.
So, like, thank y'all for real for opening my eyes for that. Like I love being up here in New York right now because it's like everybody's thinking, yes, it's fast-paced, but when I'm telling you, the level of family, the level of just loyalty,
Yeah.
is different.
Absolutely.
Like I don't think anybody really understands that until you come up here.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like I've always
You know?
like my idea with like a lot of cities in general that are settled on the East Coast is like this whole idea of like densely populated areas and like an opportunity to share ideas quicker and get, you know, shit across out on the East Coast that I've found is like rapid. Because there's no avoiding people. You see everyone everywhere all the time. The idea of like where a community happens faster when you're around everyone in close proximity. You know, when you look at the history of our country and like how we all settled way further out west, it shows in the way countries, our states deal with their whole state. You know, it's like in California, it's like, yo, it's hard to get anything done. You know, it's like politically just so, it's a shit show because everyone's so fucking far and settled in such a different way. Out here on the East Coast, there's a like a brutal honesty that is fucking shitty sometimes. Because like you want to just fucking live your life sometimes, but someone will be like, you know, a dickhead to you because we're just out here close to each other. You know, but in North Carolina and Bible Belt states especially, man, that shit is different, man. This is different.
What I like about here is like we played a song Mona Lisa tonight. The thing about New York, if you want to see Mona Lisa, you can go to MoMA. Mona Lisa's there. Guitarists, some of the highest guitarists, drummers.
Yep.
There's fucking 60 drummers that are incredible. Like so, it's all here. So
Culture.
So New Yorkers are like, great, I've seen that. What do you have?
Yeah.
And so you gotta fucking bring it here. And also, if you don't live in New York, if you don't like, I hate to say be woke. I don't really like that term woke, but you're pretty.
Hold on a second. Being black, the term being woke is not as awesome as you think. Understanding your level of understanding, I think is a better term. My level of, okay, I understand, or acceptance might be a better term. Being woke, they commercialize that. No. Okay? So, man, I understand what you're saying for that. Not to cut you off. Continue.
Yeah. And I think a huge step of that understanding for me personally was being on the train at 2 a.m. You're tired as fuck, you worked all day, and I have people that don't look like me all around me. My roommates don't look like me, and being able to live with different people and experience that, because again, it's one thing for people to say, oh, I'll be tolerant, I'm happy in my white castle that I've made, or whatever, my rich castle, or whatever that I've made, and I'm not going to let anybody into that. Imagine, dude, you want to talk about strength and unity in a country? Imagine if we all came together, and if all parties in Kentucky, if somebody had a house party, there were gay couples, there were black couples, Hispanic couples, imagine if our country truly came together, we would be unstoppable.
Absolutely.
Dude.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But we are so far from being together, but that is a scary thought. If we all came together, we would be.
Oh, absolutely.
Man.
So
Man.
okay, so you say that you feel that. How do we make America great again? That's the question.
Man, I'm no political scientist.
I'm not either.
You know, but I will say, you know, I think like always the basis of like where I can start, me personally, the only thing I can talk about is as a musician. Literally, like this term, I'm gonna go back to this being woke thing. Honestly, for me, I didn't know being woke was a trendy thing. It's a shame that it is. I just totally missed that trend because I always just thought like being woke is a dope thing. I think what's more important that is knowing American history, aka Black history, African American history. That's what being like this quote unquote woke is knowing where the fuck we all actually came from in this country. And so to make any part of this country in some way dope again is at least knowing Black history. You know some fucking George Washington Carver. You know some fucking Frederick Douglass. Know some shit that like nobody else taught me in school, and I had to Google that shit to make sure that I was this quote unquote woke that I guess is trendy now. Which either way, it doesn't matter what this term is. For me, it's knowing Black history and also in knowing Black history, knowing Black music. Because when you know Black music, you know the history of this crazy shit that these poor fucking Black people went through in this country. You understand that, and you're not woke. Then you're not this trendy 2019 woke. You are better than half the fucking American education systems because they don't teach you that shit. And then you want to go a step further and learn about Native Americans. Then you're really fucking woke. Don't matter what you actually are. You gotta stand for what's fucking right. You know that's really it. And we all on the same page. At least if you ain't, then go fucking watch more videos of Donald Trump. Right. You orange motherfucker.
I'm gonna literally echo the same thing. Michael Jackson, be it whatever scandals or whatever, he said it right. Start with the man in the mirror, man. You gotta start with yourself, and you gotta actually address those dark things that you really don't want to address.
You gotta insert that audio right there. I just lip synced it, but it looks stupid if I don't have music behind me.
Yes. There you go.
I literally just do this.
Absolutely, yes.
I just put my little logo right here.
Yes, sir.
And it goes.
Yep.
But we all have those things. We all have those checks that we see maybe a certain person in a hoodie, and we automatically have a check. We need to address those things that are deep in our heart, and then take it the next step. That if you do belong to a cultured, intellectual group, then you need to say something about it. And I'm preaching to the choir, and I've been transitioning into trying to be more vocal and showing love. You're right. It goes back to that. It's all about love. Yeah. And tonight is a way. Look at the stage. I mean, you have everybody represented in our one band. No. And when you overlook those things of race, of sexuality, of religion, or whatever, no. You make a joyful noise. You make a powerful experience, and that's what it should be, man. That's
where the music comes in play. You know, it's like it starts with me, and I'm pretty sure with you too. It starts with the personal music.
Yep.
Or visceral unity. You get that first. We all love music. Yes, we're here. All right, we all love music. How can you be a Trump supporter? You know, we start there, and then you gonna tell me that. You know, like that's the conversation that needs to happen. That happens. In my eyes, I'm doing something about it all the time because I am a musician and I can look at it that way, you know. And also, I mean, it pays. Like, it's a job, obviously. Like, you gotta get paid. Pay your musicians, motherfuckers, dude.
Man, the God that I serve said, love your neighbor as yourself. And that was the end of the verse. Then he went on to the next. He didn't say, if he's Caucasian, if he's Eastern European, if he's straight, you know, if they're not a feminist, if they kind of like just fall in their role and are subordinate to their husbands. God didn't say that. My God said, love your fucking neighbor as yourself. Right now, I have 2 neighbors.
I don't think he said fucking.
God would have some swag though, man. If he was here, he'd have some swag. There you go.
He's trying to Millie Rock off camera. He's trying to Millie.
This is the man right here. This is the man. Yeah.
Look, go ahead and give everybody your social media. That way we can find you and continue this conversation. Why do we have to continue this conversation? Because it's important.
Yeah.
Because
Everything we just said.
That's it.
That's it.
A platform for people to speak.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Fake news. This ain't fake news. This is literally the realest I can get.
You in Brooklyn?
I'm in Brooklyn.
You can't get no realer than this. You talking an Asian man and a white man that played with a bunch of black dudes.
I can't get any more real than this.
If that ain't Brooklyn, if that ain't the real one for you, ain't nothing else gonna be real.
So go ahead and everybody give your social medias, give everything out, let people know where they can find you. Hell, if you have any other, like Medium, YouTube, or whatever, give it to them so people can find you and we can continue this conversation.
At SubQ Music on Instagram. You can also find me on many porn sites. I'm Pornhub activist.
Activist, though.
Just enter Asian with a half mustache and you'll be good.
Instagram is the best way. Joshua Roberts Drums. Always message any question or whatever. If you're a musician, whatever. Always down to connect. Absolutely.
Hey.
Hey.
I'll see you. Promise me. Pop-up podcast. Look, some of the best interviews I have had. Period. I know I'm at interview 120 now.
Oh, bet. All right.
Yeah. This ain't my first rodeo. this ain't my first rodeo, y'all.
All right.
Okay. And so it's amazing for people not to do this in New York. I'm the only dude who's doing this to pop up or whatever. And I'm at 120 episodes.
Bet. That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thank you for having us, my man.
Hey, I'm biased. I'm biased. Promise Mangum. You know what it is. Pop-up podcast at the Knitting Factory in Brooklyn.
Come on.
Where Brooklyn at?
We'll see y'all in the golf. We're coming to the golf.
Oh, yeah.
Center, we heard
Bible belt, here I come.
That's it.
Look out.
That's it. Promise Ring Pop-up podcast. Yo.
Peace.
And we out.
Love and blessings. Pause all over the